All right, man. It's the Freeform Rock Podcast after show. We got the great heavy metal curmudgeon here, man. Tim, why don't you like a lot of stuff, man? Why is Dio your favorite singer of Sabbath?
Because Dio can do anything and everything with his voice that you could possibly want somebody to do. And he
What
does
about
it
Ozzy?
very well. Huh?
Ozzy can't do that either?
No.
No. I agree with you. I like Ronnie James Dio. Stargazer, just listen to that song and you know why Ronnie is the best vocalist of all time with
hmm
Rainbow.
I agree.
God damn, I love Stargazer, man. But fuck, what is pissing you off about music lately, man?
Redundancy.
Explain that.
It's like I hear all these supposed hot new bands and I just listen to them and I'm like, oh, they're this band, oh, or they're that band, or oh, they're that band. And it's like there's no originality left in music anymore. Everybody's just copying everybody. And it's like, what's the point?
It's not like the 80s where you had all these hair bands come out and copy every hair band, though. I think they're trying.
I don't even think they're trying, to be honest with you.
I don't,
I think they hear a song from the 70s and nobody would remember that in the 2000s. Let's sound like this. And it's like, well, see, guys like me that are of that age, yeah, we remember.
but what about like you got bands like Sabbath and shit in the 70s, but
hmm
the thing is they were taking their shit from the blues.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody is stole.
sure,
I think the blues is the most stolen from genre of all time.
sure. But it hasn't been done over and over and over and over again in the 70s.
I hear the fucking hunter in every fucking song. It's like, goddamn, it's like they call me the hunter. You know, that
But
riff that fucking metal bands fucking recycle over and
hmm
over is the hunter, dude. It's
hmm
the fucking hunter. It's like, but
But
these
it's been
newer,
done to death now. It's been done to death, and it's time for something new.
how are
And
you gonna come up with something new? There's only so many chords you could play.
then you better come up with another instrument that plays more chords.
But how are they gonna do
And
that?
then they came out with instead of a 6 string guitar, they came out with a 12 string guitar.
Well, Alex Lifeson played a good 12 string guitar from Rush.
So I mean, there's new ways to reinvent the wheel.
I don't know how. It's like there's only so many chords you could play on an
And they come
instrument.
out with a 6 string bass, and they came out with and
Well, Geddy played a
it
12 string bass. It
it
didn't sound
evolved.
any different to me.
Yeah, but it evolves.
How is it evolving? I don't see how music is evolving. I think they're taking from
Well,
things and trying to make it their own. That's what I'm hearing.
the trouble with evolving is you need money behind it to evolve it, and there's no money in music nowadays.
Yeah,
Everybody
because
wants their music for free, and by God, nobody's going to pay for anything.
they
And
I pay for shit.
I never said you, I said people
Well,
general.
people need to fucking start getting into shit. I know you don't like the 80s like fucking new wave and shit. Do you like
No,
new wave at all?
no, I
You
never
don't
did.
like new romantic shit. You don't like Susie and the Banshees.
What I call skinny tie music.
Well, there's not all there's some things that are skinny tie music, but there's some things that aren't skinny tie music. You got like goth. You don't like any goth. You don't like
No,
The Cure, Susie and the
no,
Banshees, Bauhaus,
no,
Love and Rockets.
no.
Have you heard Love and Rockets?
Yes, they had
Dude,
that one
they
hit
did some
song.
different shit and they had some good riffs in their shit and it was different. See, when people do different shit, they shit on them because it's not the different shit that it wasn't in their genre though. Because they
No.
have some fucking listen to Mirror Man, listen to fucking Express by Love and Rockets. They have some
One of
cool
my,
riffs.
I'll put it to you this way. One of my favorite tracks, matter of fact, it might even be my favorite track, my personal favorite track by Black Sabbath is a song called Air Dance. which has nothing to do with gloom and doom metal. It has everything to do with uplifting jazz.
They fucking Black Sabbath had a lot of fucking jazz in that.
But
Steely Dan had a
they
fucking
actually showed it on that song.
well, fucking
And one of my favorite albums by Black Sabbath is Never Say Die, which wasn't exactly the most gloomiest, doomiest Black Sabbath album you ever heard. It was uplifting. It was airy, I guess you'd call it.
was Don Airy on it. Have you heard the new Deep Purple album?
Deep Purple, no. Actually no, I did. I listened to the track. I listened to one track. I forget the name of it. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Dude,
What I liked
that
about it
whole
was
album is really good for 70-year-olds, dude.
yeah, what I liked about it was a bunch of old geezers came back to show the fellas this is still how you do it.
But fuck, how there's new bands out there. We don't have MTV no more, but we still have the fucking MTV Awards. How the fuck do we still have MTV Awards? And the only guy who performed on that I knew was fucking Lenny Kravitz. How the fuck is Lenny Kravitz getting on a new MTV Awards?
I
How
don't
the
know.
fuck is he doing that?
I guess the same way that oh who the fuck they just announced him for the Super Bowl halftime.
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah,
That guy
how the fuck
sucks.
does that happen?
The fuck you because it's fucking what's that guy's name? Who's married to Beyonce, Jay-Z? That's his company doing fucking the Super Bowl shit. And it's like, I like old school rap. I like fucking NWA. I like Dr. Dre. I like Snoop Dogg. That one they did in the fucking SoFi Stadium was pretty cool. I liked 50 Cent. But I don't, the greatest rap artist out there of my favorites is I'll pick Run DMC and fucking Beastie Boys because they had rock.
Mhm.
Even Public Enemy, I will take them. And I don't understand. And it's like Chuck D came out and said people discounted the Beastie Boys because they were white, but they are one of the greatest rap artists of all time.
I can remember back when that album License to Ill came out. I was in the Navy, and we were out to sea, and I got there. Somebody got that on at the PX on the ship, and they brought it to the workstation, and they put it in, and the brothers were all like, "Hey, man, that's some seriously good rap. You know, that's some seriously good rap." And I looked at him and I said, "Yeah, it's great, isn't it?" And he goes, "Yeah, fantastic." And I said, "They're white." No, yeah, they're white. Fuck you. And I'm like, I'm telling you, they're three white boys. Couldn't believe it. Could not absolutely believe it. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, but it's true.
The Beastie Boys came out of the punk scene,
Mm-hmm.
and you could hear that in their rapping.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of the few bands, them and Run DMC or Public Enemy, that I agree should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they are fucking rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Sabotage, come on, can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'm about to shake this Watergate. It's like, god dang, they had riffs. They fucking loved Ted Nugent. They had the Beastie Boys. Oh, they're coming. And then the guitar riff they sampled by Ted Nugent. They are a fucking rock band. I don't fucking give a shit what you say about the Beastie Boys. They are a fucking rock band with an attitude that
Plus,
rapped.
they could rap.
And they could
Like,
play instruments too. They could
but they
play
could
their
rap.
shit.
You know, they had seriously good rap, you know,
It's
in their songs.
it's like what you want? Getting funny with the money. It's like fucking dude. It's like
Hey,
where'd you
lady.
get your information from, huh? You know, can Shadrach fucking shake your rump. God damn, that band fucking rules.
But other
Beastie
than
Boys are
that,
one of my all-time favorite bands. They are in my top 10
yeah.
bands of all time.
But other than the Beastie Boys, you can have rap as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't like the new shit. I don't like Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is fucking shit. Fucking shit, shit, and shit, and shit, and shit. It's like he's caught, like he's talking about all these new like these newer bands caught taken from the old fucking shit. Kendrick Lamar, I don't know what the fuck he is. What the he has no rhythm.
Either.
He has no groove. He has nothing. Eminem was fucking awesome with this first fucking Slim Shady shit. That was fucking cool. It's funny.
If I bumped into him on the street, I wouldn't have a clue who the hell he is.
I would know who Eminem was. I wouldn't know who the fuck Kendrick Lamar was. You know, I know Dr. Dre. I know Snoop Dogg. I
Mhm.
like Snoop Dogg's first album, but he went. I didn't like anything after the first album. I didn't like anything after Doggy Style. You know, I didn't like. I liked the Chronic by Dr. Dre, but I didn't like anything after the Chronic. You know, I liked Easy E. Easy E was fucking funny as fuck. You know, rolling to my sixth boat. You know, fucking good shit, man. You know, I love Scribble. Have you heard Scribble?
Nope.
Scribble is a fucking old school rapper, dude. He's a new guy. He's old as fuck. He's got an old soul. The only problem with Scribble is he loves fucking Limp Bizkit. Fuck Limp Bizkit, man. I know Fred Durst is the fucking clown. I know the guitar player is fucking great. Fuck that band. I don't want to fucking do nothing but the Nuki, the Nuki. What do you?
Actually, Limp Bizkit, they oh, what's their song? Lately I've been skeptical.
Dude,
They
they
got
did a version of Behind Blue Eyes that made me barf.
no, they had one track that was really good, rearranged.
That was a good track, yeah. Limp Bizkit does have some good songs, but overall, it's not like something I go.
No, I would no,
I listen to
no.
Kid Rock more than Limp Bizkit, big time. I like Kid Rock. I think he's got an attitude. I don't care about his politics. He can fuck off on that shit, you
I
know.
like this.
But Kid Rock is a smart guy.
I like
He'll
Kid
play
Rock's
shit
first
to
couple
get money,
albums. They were
huh?
all right. The Kid Rock's first couple albums were all right. The one
I
with
love Rock and Roll Jesus. I love Cocky. I love the
Cocky
Devil
was a good
Without a
album.
Cause. You know, say I'm cocky. I say, what? It ain't cocky if you back it up. You
Well,
know, he had a
I like
rock and
that
roll
line. He
attitude.
had I bought a couple parrots that like to squawk and they sound like you and all the shit you talk. Step
Fucking dude,
inside my
that
shoes, you couldn't fill them, Doc. Too old a kid and too soft to rock.
you know why Kid Rock gets shit because of his politics right now. Same thing with Ted Nugent. Listen to the fucking music.
No, not to me. Kid Rock went to shit because he fucking went country. And it's like, who the fuck it, huh?
He went Leonard Skinner though. He went
Oh,
Leonard
he did
Skinner.
not. He went country. He's fucking playing with fucking Hank Williams Jr. and fucking all kinds of shit
Well, it's
kickers.
because he lost his little midget Josie who died, so he
It's
lost
like
his rep.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's no, that should no.
Hey, Devil Without a Cause is a fucking
It's a
great
good
album. I don't
album. It's a good
fucking care
album.
what people
Was
say
it
about that
Cocky?
shit.
Cocky's a good album. But
Cocky's a
after
fucking great
that,
album.
it went.
When he started singing with Sheryl Crow, I go, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is it? Kid Rock, get your fire back. Get
Well,
your fucking shit back, man.
he was dating her.
Oh, fucking, I would date Sheryl Crow. She's fucking hot.
Yeah, but she's also like 30 years older now.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't you date Sheryl Crow? You know, you've been with the same woman for the fucking your whole life, dude.
34 years.
I am so fucking jealous of you, dude. I am. I've had 3 divorces, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want any of them. The first wife cheated on me, which was devastating because I took care of that bitch. I took care of her. I fucking took care of that bitch. And she fucking found somebody on fucking Xbox playing Call of fucking Duty who she fucking fell in love with. You know, I wonder how those fuckers are doing right now because once a cheater, always a cheater. I bet she cheated on him. Just saying,
I don't
I
know.
ain't a fucking cheater. I stick with one woman until they fucking leave me. And they
Like
fucking leave me.
like it's supposed to be.
Like it's supposed to be, man. You don't fucking leave when shit gets hard. Talk to your fucking person. Talk to whoever it is. Tell them why they're pissing you off. And the new woman I'm fucking seeing right now, She is amazing. Her name is Jennifer. She fucking has my fucking sarcasm. She fucking says, we're old as fuck. We ain't playing fucking games. I like that shit
Mm-hmm.
because we're the same age. We're both the same age. And we're sitting there going, we ain't gonna play games. I like you. You like me. Let's fucking date. It's not fucking ghost each other. Let's not do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's amazing to have a woman who speaks her mind. I don't want a woman who says, I don't want to offend you. I want to be offended, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why I'm pissing you off and I will work on my shit. But if you don't tell me, that's what happens with divorces.
Yeah, if you don't tell me anything, how the hell am I supposed to know?
How am I supposed to fucking know, right? And we're talking about rock and roll, but fucking rock and roll is fucking being honest. Rock and roll is fucking taking your shit out there and say, hey, I don't like what you're doing. Can you stop that? Thank you for telling me that because I love you enough to change. I love you enough that I care about you that I'm going to go, fuck yeah, you're right. I'm an asshole. I shouldn't be an asshole.
Depends on the change part.
But what about you? You've been with a woman for how long again?
34 years.
34 years. I've never heard of her. You don't bring her on. You don't talk about her.
Oh, that's why. Because we've been together for 34 years.
You guys talk shit to each other.
Of course we do.
Yeah, but you guys are still in love, right? You're still like the
Yeah.
first day you met her, right?
Uh, yeah, pretty much. First time I've laid eyes on her, I was like, yep.
Yeah, I tried with all three of my divorces. It didn't work. The thing is, they didn't work with me. You know, I'm gonna say Diane is one of my best friends of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I understand you didn't tell me shit that was pissing you off, and that's fine. But fucking Jennifer, thank you. You're very
Well,
honest. You're
in a
the
relationship, I have learned over the last 34 years. Well, I should say I've learned, I have been told over the last 34 years, and it's finally sunken in. There's an ebb and flow to a relationship, and you have to figure out your own personal ebb and flow with your spouse of exactly what that is. You know, me and her, we talk to each other. We've been through some shit, a lot of shit. Some of it damn near did break us up. Some of it just made us stronger. Most of it made us stronger, I should say. And now I can't even think of breathing without thinking of her. So,
I agree with you on that. That's the relationship I want. I want somebody like when I'm down, sometimes a relationship is 50-50, right?
mm-hmm,
But sometimes a relationship goes 20-80. You got to be there when your partner is at the 20%. You
mm-hmm,
got to lift them up. You got to bring them up. You got to tell them, hey, man, I'm not liking how what you're doing anymore. Communicate, be there. When you're at that 20%, I will lift you up. When
well,
I'm at 80%, I will be there for you.
yeah,
When
yeah,
I'm at that
you
20%,
have to
lift
make,
me up.
you have to let your partner know that you have their back no matter what.
Exactly.
I mean, period. End of story. That's it.
I'm a very
Have your back.
anxious guy, and some people can't handle my anxiousness. But
Mm-hmm,
the thing is, if they tell me, hey, Mark, I'm not feeling this right now, you're doing this shit to me, let me know what I'm doing because I do care about everybody. I do want a lift. I want to lift you up. I don't want to bring you down. I never want to bring my partner down.
mm-hmm,
I always want to be there for them. I always want to tell them, hey, you're beautiful. I love you. I've never told any of my wives that I didn't love them every day.
mm-hmm,
Every day I told them, but for some reason it wasn't enough. For some reason it wasn't enough that I loved them.
mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. And I'm jealous of you, Tim. because you've had that 34-year
Well,
relationship.
I'll put
That's
it to you
what I
this.
want.
I'll put it to you this way. I met her in a bar. The old adage. I met her in a bar. I was so drunk I couldn't even stand upright when I met her. The next day I went over to her house for coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I went over.
I love coffee.
And we got to talking and all that stuff. And after about, I'd say 6 years of being together, she finally said to me, "You have to stop drinking if you want to stay with me." Now, I quit drinking because of my own personal problems, and I knew I had to, but that was a pretty good motivating factor in the background. So, and that was, so she'd only seen like 6 years of me drinking, and it was enough for her.
I'm not a drunk, dude. I drink during the shows, but I'm not sitting here drinking every day.
No,
I
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that is how influential she is in my life. That
that
she
is
can change it that much.
my first wife, Vanessa. She told me she didn't like me smoking weed. Guess what? I didn't smoke weed for fucking what? We were together 8 years. I didn't smoke weed with her for 8 years. I gave it up because I'm not addicted to smoking pot. I
Hmm.
could take it or leave it. The only reason I smoke it is because my mom died of taking too much ibuprofen. Okay. I got a bad knee. I get pain. And for some reason I smoke a little weed here and there, and it relaxes my muscles, and it doesn't kill my kidneys. If
Hmm.
I take a lot of ibuprofen, my mom took like 1,500 milligrams of ibuprofen, which fucking put her on to dialysis.
Hmm.
Okay, I smoke weed for medical reasons. I don't smoke weed to get high. I don't smoke weed to have fun. I smoke weed to make my knee feel better. I take one ibuprofen a day in the morning, and if I feel a little like my knee is throbbing, I'll smoke a little vape. That's about it. I'm not addicted to shit. So if somebody tells me, Mark, I don't like you smoking weed, I'm cool quitting. But I will still drink whiskey on my shows because I like the taste of whiskey. I'm not a drunk. I like drinking it. I like the flavor, and it relaxes me. It's not
Well,
like I sit here and come home every day and drink a shot of whiskey. No, I don't do that.
see,
Thursdays and Saturdays is when I drink the whiskey. Two
mhm.
days a week. That's about
See,
it.
I am a drunk and I do have a problem with it. So, but it was very eye-opening that somebody else could have that much influence on my decision. And I was like, I'll put it this way, there are two reasons why I decided that she's the ticket. First reason was I cared more about what she thought about a subject than I cared about what I thought about a subject. Like whatever it may be, it was, what do you think of that? And what she said was like, okay. And I really didn't care what I thought about it. That was the back burner. That was secondhand. And the other thing is, she never let me feel part of, like most girls, when I take them out, I take them out a date or two. And if I didn't call them or I didn't go over to see them or whatever, I was forgotten about. Next, she never let that happen. She
Yeah,
never made me feel like I'm part of the furniture. She always
exactly.
made me feel like I was a number one.
Hey, my ex-wife Diane was amazing. I had fun with her. She loved fucking Rush. did a lot of great things that I never done in my life, and she was amazing, and I'm still friends with her. She's an amazing woman, but I need somebody to let me be me. And I think Jennifer will let me be me at this point, and that's fine. And she understands, and she doesn't want to take away my personality, and that's
Mhm.
cool. And but the thing
Well,
is,
that's what I never understood was if you fell in love with somebody, that means you fell in love with their personality. Why are you trying to change that?
I dude,
I don't get that.
her personality is just like mine. It's like I'm sitting there going, she's sarcastic as fuck. She like bitches about her own team. It's like I bitch about the Dodgers. I'm sitting there bitching about the Dodgers. Oh, they're fucking sucking. Fuck this shit. Fuck this. This lady, Jennifer, will say the same thing I'm saying about my team, and she will bitch about them. And I was like, that's what I need. I need somebody who's on the same page with me. And so far, she is on the same page with me, and that's amazing. It's like I get, why can't you be positive? Why can't you say the Dodgers are going to come back? Because that's not me. I look, I'm real. I'm saying they don't have any pitching. All their pitchers are injured, and Bobby fucking Miller fucking sucks. And fucking, she agrees with me, and that's amazing. If I say that to other people, like, why can't you be positive? Why can't you talk great about this? Because I'm a realist. I look as I see it. Mookie Betts is great. Freddie Freeman is great. Tio is great. But after that, after the first four in the lineup, it's like, who else do you have? What pitching
Mhm.
do you have? Why are the Dodgers like the team in fucking last what 6 years pitching injuries? There's something wrong with the training staff. There's something wrong with Kershaw getting hurt. There's something wrong with fucking Glass now getting hurt. There's something wrong with all these Yoshimoto getting hurt. They are training them the wrong way. Stop with the velocity. Stop with the spin. Just fucking pitch like Fernando Valenzuela or fucking Oral Hershiser or fucking Don Drysdale or fucking Sandy Koufax. You're fucking pushing them to fucking turn their arms like a fucking, that's not humanly possible. Stop that with the fucking shit. It's pissing me off. You're injuring your fucking pitchers, and then you get in the playoffs and they're just giving up fucking, they can't do it.
I wonder if anybody ever tried to oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Rethink Nolan Ryan's pitching ability.
God damn, that guy was amazing.
But I wonder if you ever said, if you spin the ball more or if you turn your arm this way when you let it
Was
go.
that guy ever injured like these all these modern pitchers?
No,
No.
because
Was Sandy Koufax injured? Was Don
Nolan Ryan would have
Drysdale injured?
treated him
Like,
like Robin Ventura.
I like Robin Ventura, but fucking he deserved to get his ass kicked.
I mean, that old goat just he knew how to pitch and shut up and leave him alone and let him pitch.
Well, Sandy Koufax, John Drysdale, Fernando Valenzuela, Oral Hershiser. I'm going to. Those are the pitchers I know. I know. I know fucking Nolan Ryan. I know fucking steroid pitchers. What's that guy's? God,
Oh,
what's that guy's name? He's never going to get in the Hall of Fame as Phillies and Red Sox pitcher. He had the bloody
Clemens.
sock. Kurt Schilling.
Yep, Kurt Schilling. Another one.
Randy. What's that guy's Randy? What's his name?
Johnson
Randy Johnson. That guy never took steroids
that we know of.
that we know of. But that fucking guy, remember when he fucking blew up a fucking bird during spring training? Fucking threw 100 mile and fucking that bird just exploded.
That was the problem though back then was once somebody was caught taking steroids, everybody was lumped into the same, everybody's taking steroids. And it's like that they weren't necessarily true, but once why are you getting in the way of a good rumor?
Well, Barry Bonds is taking fucking steroids
Oh,
because that fucking head exploded like 3 times the
Barry Bonds
size.
definitely taking steroids.
Yeah, when he was at the Pittsburgh,
Who was the guy? Alex Rodriguez.
yeah,
He apologized for taking steroids, and he was never caught
no.
taking steroids.
Well, he
He
was suspended. He
apologized.
was suspended.
Yeah, but then they didn't come. His piss test didn't come back positive.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, fucking
So it's like, duh, Of
baseball encouraged the steroid era because of the
course they,
94 strike.
of course they did. It's like WWF. I mean, nobody is supposed to be that big naturally. Nobody.
You look at Barry Bonds now, his head is shrunk because he's off of steroids.
Hmm. You
When
look at
he was
all
with,
these.
when he's with
Look
the
at all these
Pittsburghs,
guys. They've shrunk because they're off steroids.
I'm just saying, baseball, you encouraged the steroid era. Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, all these players, Mark McGuire, Sammy
Hmm.
Sosa, should be in a Hall of Fame because they brought baseball back. Without those home run shit, baseball would have died because of the 94 strike.
I don't know about that one, but
Yeah, baseball was horrible after the 94 strike. Nobody wanted to watch baseball anymore. They were pissed off.
I don't know about that one.
You had the Montreal Expos in first place. You had the Dodgers in first place in 94, and it fucking killed the fucking season. And baseball attendance went down right when they came back.
Well, I mean, it was gonna. It was gonna. They're just coming back into it. I mean, it's like when the NFL went on strike. They didn't, the first game back, they weren't selling out stadiums until people realized, hey, they are back. Okay. But them first games back, they
But
weren't
the
selling
thing
out
is
stadiums.
that steroid era brought baseball back. It brought the home run. It's like you got Tom Glavine and fucking Greg Maddox say chicks dig the home run commercials.
Hmm.
Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa thing brought it back. And then you got Barry Bonds coming into spring training going, I'm better than Mark McGuire. I'm better than Sammy Sosa. And these guys are getting all the fucking attention. And he came into fucking Giants camp with fucking steroid out with his head growing 2 sizes and zits all over his back. People came out and said that about it. He came in and said, fuck them, I'm better than them. But
Hmm.
he will never get into the Hall of Fame because even though he brought baseball back, Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa, they won't get in there because they have a stigma on them.
Yeah. And, I, and me personally, this is just me personally. As far as I'm concerned, they should shut down the Hall of Fame till Pete Rose gets in.
Well, yeah, I agree
Because
with
he's the
that
greatest
because
baseball
the
player that ever lived.
the
It's like,
Reds, the Reds have a betting place in their stadium now. You could bet on baseball.
and it's like, what did he do? He could baseball getting into the Hall of Fame, and this is what the MLB says, is what you do between the white lines. It's
Yeah,
what you do.
Pete
It has
Rose, I
nothing to
think,
do
is the
with what you
greatest.
do on the other side of the white line. It has to do with what you do in between the white lines. Well, between the white lines, nobody, and I do mean nobody, was better than Pete Rose.
No,
Period. End of story. That's
I,
it.
I agree with you. He took the Phillies and the Reds to the World Series.
Hmm.
Yeah, that guy Jerry is probably like fucking jacking off right now talking about Pete Rose. He's a Reds fan. But I agree. Pete Rose should be in a Hall of Fame for his numbers, not for his betting.
Exactly.
I don't understand because he bet on baseball. He didn't bet on his own team. The thing is, he should be, and baseball is encouraging betting now.
Hmm.
It makes no fucking
And
sense.
and I will point out that Major League Baseball will not let P. Rose into the Hall of Fame for betting on baseball. Yet they let somebody like Orlando Cepeda in who served 5 years for running drugs.
Right?
in federal prison. But he gets out, he's in the hall. So that just tells you that drugs are okay, betting is not,
Isn't
which is
one of the
horseshit.
Yankees in jail for being a pedophile?
Who?
Some guy in Yankees, he was a pedophile. He's like in the
Oh,
Hall of Fame.
but I'm just saying that I remember Orlando Cepeda specifically when he went in, he was busted and served 5 years in federal prison for running drugs.
Yeah,
So tell me how that's worse than betting on baseball in your off time.
I have no idea, man.
You know,
Go by the. I've never seen a player like Pete Rose play like he played. I've never
no.
seen a player hard nosed, knocking out. Well, I will go Dodger. Fucking what's his name? God dang, Mike Scioscia
Mm-hmm.
played with a fucking broken leg
Mm-hmm.
and fucking played with a broken leg. He ain't gonna be in the Hall of Fame. But that fucker guy was a hard nose. Fucking, he might be in there freaking Angels to World Series, but that guy played with a broken leg
Yeah, I
and
never
got to.
understood that because I mean, Mike Scioscia, he wasn't an offensive powerhouse. He wasn't gonna, hit you 60 home runs a year. But Jesus, behind the dish, there was nobody better.
He called a great game.
I mean, nobody better.
He blocked the plate. I remember
Blocked the
when he
plate
went
like
off.
nobody's business.
I remember when he was the bench coach of the Dodgers. They wouldn't make him a manager of the Dodgers. They made Bill Russell the manager of the Dodgers, which like fucking that guy is fucking. I love Bill Russell as a player, but not as a manager. When he took over with Tommy, and they didn't make they told Mike he would never be a manager of the Dodgers. And he went to the Angels and won a fucking World Series.
Mm-hmm.
God, has the Angels done shit since that World Series? No. He made the players go from first to third on a fucking ground out.
Mm-hmm.
And he had speed. And then they fucking brought these
Well,
players
see,
in that were slow as
Scioscia,
fuck.
Scioscia, he goes over to the Angels and he's like, I don't think we can hit 20 home runs this season with the whole team. So we're not going to win by power. We're not going to win by knocking it out
Speed.
of the park. We got to figure out a way to win. How are we going to win it? Base to base,
Base to base.
speed. And that's what he did.
He played
That,
small ball.
yeah, small ball. Exactly.
Small ball is how you win.
We're going to hit we're going to hit in the gaps. We're going to run the bases like crazy. We're going to play awesome defense. We're going to pitch well. That's how you win.
That's how
And
you win.
Jesus, if
And
we
they
weren't
took
right,
they took after Disney sold the team and they got that horrible owner Artie Marino in there. If I can, they just went for the like, oh, let's get Hamilton, let's get Pujols. Yeah, you're getting a bunch of old slow motherfuckers when you had fucking Eckstein, you had these Mike Trout, you had
mm-hmm,
these players that fucking had speed. You
mm-hmm,
fucking went station to station with these players. And Hamilton didn't last the whole year with the Angels. He got drugged out. It's like they got this guy Rendon who fucking is hurt all the time now. Trout is hurt all the time. It's
mm-hmm.
like, goddamn, I feel sorry for Mike Trout. He should be on a good team. It's like one of the best players of all time, you
Oh,
know.
you say that, and Mike Trout's a great player, and he's been a great player since he came up. I mean, he just started off as great. It weren't like, oh, he's in the league for like 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden he exploded into a great player. He was great right from start to where he is now. But it's like, this is baseball. Players can move. They're allowed to.
He did Mike Trout didn't want to go to any other team because he wanted to be in a smart
That,
market team where he could just play baseball.
that's what I'm saying. So that was his trade-off.
Yeah.
And you're going to have trade-offs. Okay, sure, we'll bring you to the New York Yankees, no problem, but you're going to make less money, or you're going to be in New York. And it's like, I don't want to be in New York.
Yeah,
Like, well, too fucking bad.
he didn't want the big market. He wanted to be invisible, but dude, that guy is such a great player and
You
it
wanted to be a
sucks.
big fish in a small pond,
He always
and
been
it's like, you don't expand your game being a big fish in a small pond.
no. He should have been a Dodger, but they probably would have injured him anyways. But like their pitchers. But fucking, I talk shit about my team. I will talk shit about the Dodgers all the time. I think their training staff is horrible.
Oh, don't even get me started on the fucking Red Sox. Don't even get me started on them
Hey, the
fuckers.
Red Sox are not that bad though.
They're not that great either.
Well, they're not because they got fucking Yankees in that division.
Well, it doesn't matter because you got to beat the Yankees in order to win the division. That's
Uh,
just the way it is. You know, you got to beat the Blue Jays to win the division. We were at one point in time a half game out of a final wild card spot. We are now 5.5 games out of the final wild card
but
spot.
you
And that
guys
was like
have a
a month
good
ago.
record.
Huh?
You guys have a good record. You have a winning record.
Good record, but like from what management was promising us at the start, or even before the start, we're not shooting for a good record. We're
Well,
shooting
because Alex Cora isn't cheating anymore. So there you
we're
go.
shooting for the World Series. That's what we're shooting for. And it's like, well, if you're shooting for that, you missed.
Well, Alex Cora is a fucking big cheater, and I don't think you guys will ever win with fucking Alex Cora. Fuck that guy. Fuck him with the fucking bitch coach of the Astros. Fuck him with the Red Sox. Fuck him. He cheated the Dodgers out of 2 World Series. He could fuck the fuck off. I'm just saying. And he was a fucking Dodger shortstop, dude. He fucking trash throws. It's like you got Kershaw pitching game one of the World Series 2017. They could not fucking hit his slider. They were striking the fuck out on his slider. They go to Houston. They're beating him up because they're laying off on the slider because they knew he was pitching that fucking slider at that time. I'm just saying, fucking Astros are not. Fuck you, Andy Rodriguez. I love you, Andy Rodriguez, but your fucking Astros
Yes,
cheated
but
in
what
2017.
what they say about baseball is it's a game of adjustments.
No, it wasn't a game of adjustments. They knew when he was throwing the slider. They
Game of adjustments. They knew he was going to
Kershaw's
throw the
slider is
slider.
one of the devastating pitches in baseball. They
Yeah,
laid off of it and waited for
but
the
they knew that
fastball.
from game one. So now
They
he comes back to
no,
Houston.
they knew the
He knew he was
slider
going to
was
throw the
coming.
slider because he had such success with it the first time. Lay off from it. Don't even swing at it. I don't care if it is in the strike zone.
No, they don't
Don't
know
even
when it's
swing at it.
coming. They knew when it was coming in Houston. No,
Ah,
they did. They had the fucking iPads, man.
and that's part of the game. Stealing signs has always
Yeah,
been
from
part.
second base, not from a fucking technical.
Doesn't matter where stealing signs. If you're using the same fucking sign game in and game out, you're an idiot. So if you
I don't
always
care.
use fastball is one, curveball's two, three is a changeup,
Dude, they
you're a
could
moron.
not hit the slider in game one of the World Series. They
Yeah.
go to Houston, they laid off the slider, and they knew when the fastball was coming.
Mhm. So change the sign.
They did change the signs. Oh, well, I think the only guy who changed the sign was the other pitcher. I forgot his name. He went to the Giants. But he heard they were stealing signs and he changed it and he shut them out.
There you go.
But Kershaw pitched his game, no. He pitched his game.
There you go. I mean, there's plenty of ways to beat steal signing, plenty of ways, but you have to be ready to do it.
Uh,
I remember in high school we used to change every inning. Every inning was a different sign.
I'm just saying, but they knew when the fucking slider was coming, dude. They knew. Then they laid off of it and they knew when the fastball was coming and they fucking beat the fuck
So
out of
that's
him.
that's what I say about that is that's part of baseball.
That's not part of baseball when you use electronics and you go into the film room right next to your dugout and you look at what he's throwing and you
Modern
and you
day
see the
technology.
catcher, you see the catcher throwing the signs.
Modern day technology. It's like putting a coach in center field with binoculars.
Yeah,
Principle.
like the fucking Bobby Thompson home run with the Giants where they had a fucking binoculars and
Same principle.
they're fucking stealing the fucking signs. That was fucking horrible.
But it's the same principle.
The shot heard
Same
across the
principle.
world, man. Bobby Thompson, fuck off.
But it's the
You
same.
fucking knew the fastball was coming, you bitch.
You still had to hit it.
But fuck. The thing is, he still had to hit it, but the thing is, he knew what it was coming. It's easier to hit something when you know what's coming.
Yeah, but you still got to hit it.
It doesn't matter,
Still got to
man.
know where it's going to be in the zone. You still got to know things before you
Hey,
can hit that pitch.
the only thing that it should have never went in 2017 to Game 7. Should have never went to Game 7 because Kershaw should have shut them out in fucking Houston. But they knew the pitches he was pitching and it should have never went to Game 7. And I'm tired of people saying, "Hey, you got any more 60 game seasons?" I go, "Fuck you. If your team would have won the COVID fucking season, you wouldn't have said shit about the Dodgers. You could fuck the fuck off. You could fuck the fuck off because the thing is, if Houston would have won that 60 game season, the Giants would have won that 60 game season, you wouldn't have talked shit about the Dodgers. The
But
thing is, players need
that is one
fans.
thing. That is
Players
one
need
thing.
fans. We had cardboard cutouts in the stadium and they fucking played their asses up. That series against Atlanta was fucking amazing. They still played playoff games. They still played the games and they deserve to win the 2020 World Series. So fuck you fuckers off. Fuck
But
you fuckers off
that
discounting
is
the
one thing
2020
I
World
would
Series.
love to see Major League Baseball do. They're not going to do it, but I would love to see it. Is cut down the season, the regular season. Holy fucking Jesus!
Well, they used to have what, 120 games or something?
There's like 160 games.
Yeah, it was 162 now, but I think they used to have 120 or something.
Fucking ridiculous.
Well, it's money, dude. It's money.
That's what I'm saying. They're never going to do it, but
Yeah.
that is one thing I would love to see. Like football, 18 games. That's it.
Well, they did cut off the preseason game though and
Yeah,
added more regular. Well, it's 17 games now in football.
17, whatever, but that's it.
Yeah. And
You know,
fuck the man.
make your money in 17 games.
Yeah, man. Let's get back to rock and roll, man. Any new bands that you like at all?
New bands? I like that band. Oh, what the fuck is their name? They're from Australia. Thunder something.
Thunder Mother?
No, I posted a couple of their videos on Freeform. Thunder something. They're a good band.
I don't know, man. But like, there's new bands out there. You just need to look for them. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know how old they are, but they're new to me because I never heard of them before. So
Yeah, man. So if you find them, tell us. Tell
yeah,
us it's the
yeah.
band. But let's get the fuck out of here. We went BS sessions on here talking about baseball. But fuck, baseball rules. Baseball is rock and roll, man. Baseball is rock and roll. I don't care. Football is awesome. I love basketball. Hockey is okay. But baseball is rock and fucking roll. I'm sorry,
It's
man.
still America's pastime.
Yeah, everybody tries to say football is America's best. No, it's fucking baseball, bitches. Let's get the fuck out of here, Tim. I
All
love you,
right,
man.
dude. Once again, peace.
Peace. Let's get